Olodumare Seun. Thank you very much. We thank Olodumare for this opportunity to be here with our father, our grandfather, our great-grandfather. I'm Adeyinka Olaiya from Brazil, and this is a program we will have to speak in English because of our audience around the world. Though he's our Baba, Afenifere, the leader of Yoruba group Afenifere, of which we all know that there's a number one group that represents the Yorubas worldwide. With great honor, with respect, with all what it takes, today, I greet you, sir. I welcome you to this program. I welcome you to Brazil, because majorly our audience, though we have audience worldwide, but our major audience is from Brazil. And we thank you so much for honoring this little interview about the progress of Yoruba and Nigeria, as you know. Thank you very much, sir. I'm Adeyinka Olaiya. I'm your son. Thank you so much for honoring our interview here.
It's a pleasure to be with you.
Thank you very much, sir. I want you to say hello to Nigerians in diaspora, Nigerians in Brazil. As you know, this is practically Yoruba land, where Yoruba is one of the official languages. As a country where Yoruba is taken so serious. And recently we've had a lot of your interviews. You've spoken with them in the UK, in America, every part of the world, and you find it due that it's time you must speak with Brazil too. Thank you very much for honoring our invitation to be with us. Sir, please, Ejobawaki, the people in Brazil and worldwide, before we go ahead, sir.
It's
better in English, whichever ones are, but I think we prefer in English, sir.
Okay,
okay.
Okay, it's my pleasure to be with you all in the diaspora in Brazil. And I hope we have a good interaction this evening.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, I will start like this, sir. As your son here, if I should ask you, sir, that who is Pa Ayo Adebanjo?
Well, Ayo Adebanjo is a good apostle of Shifawolo. I am a lawyer by profession, and I've been with Shifawolo as far back as 1950. We are the father of federalism in Nigeria. And the main thing today is that Nigeria must be restructured back to federalism as we had it at independence. The constitution we have now is not our constitution. It's an imposed one by the federal, by the military government. And if they say the military is going back to the barracks, they should go back with the constitution. They should give us an imposed constitution that's against the South in particular and the Yoruba in general. So that's the struggle. It is only the federal constitution that can keep Nigeria together in peace. That is the theme of our struggle.
Sir, before we go to Nigeria, sir, we would like to talk about Yoruba first. We thank you very much. You have just mentioned that you represent the force of the Yoruba as somebody who actually had good time with our Baba, Awolowo. Sir, how do you see the state of the Yorubas in this situation we are actually undergoing in Nigeria? How do you see our situation? Do you see any possibility of improving if we remain as Nigeria?
Oh, there's no doubt about that. If you go back to the Constitution, Chief Awolowo, Dr. Azikwe, and Southern agreed to at independence. And that is the one we refer to as the Independent Constitution of 1960. If you go back to that in spirit and in the letter, you can live together. But anything short of that, it is not possible for us to live together in peace. That is why the question of restructuring is very vital to the unity of Nigeria.
Sir,
To expect us, let me go further. To expect us to be in Nigeria under this imposed constitution of the ministry is impossible. That is why I say I don't support secession and I don't oppose it. There is no need for secession if the terms of centralism is implemented and the federated units are autonomous. We are independent, federal police, state police, local government and education and everything that. Each region will develop at its own space. That's the essence of federalism. But for this one-sided imposed by the military, if that is not possible, it is to attend to Israel.
Sir, I agree with you. But in the recent, I would say, years now, we've been witnessing a very difficult Yoruba society. And a society where the Yorubas are not just the Yorubas, even the Igbos are complaining that the country is no longer a conducive place to live. Insecurity, a lot of wrongs in the country. Do you think that we as Yorubas and the Igbos and non-Fulanis can still be able to do it right under one Nigeria?
That is what I have explained. That is what I have explained. If the constitution we had as independence is reversed to, and we have federalism as it should be, no problem. But if they want to impose this military constitution on us and call it a federal constitution, then it should not be possible. The main question of everybody go back to school.
So you are saying that you are not in support of secession, neither are you against.
Yes.
So if the Yoruba decide to go, it's okay for you. If they decide to stay, it's okay for you.
If the federal government, particularly under Buhari, if they don't agree to the structuring of the country, There's no question of living together. The question of restructuring is a sine qua non to the unity of Nigeria. The moment that is not complied with, I have no reason to be in Nigeria.
So you are saying that the Nigeria you want is a Nigeria that will definitely have to do restructuring.
Exactly, that's what I've been saying. And I say, those who don't understand, if you don't understand what restructuring, I say, go back to the constitution Shifaolowo Azikwe Asadana agreed to at independence, and not the one imposed on us after the coup. Simple.
So do you have anything to say concerning the 1999 Constitution drafted?
That's the 1999 Constitution as a product of the military. That's what we're calling about. 1999 Constitution is not our constitution. That's what I'm saying. And I've said it several times. And in fact, at the time of 1999, when there was going to be an election, General Salam was in vogue. Afenifere led by Abacha, by Nadeko, refused to take part in that election until the constitution is changed. It was General Salam who convinced us that he won't wait for us to change. When we get the civilian government, we go and change it. That's why we are in that trouble. If you see that time, that restructuring should be done, it's not just now. We have been saying it before 1999.
Thank you very much, sir. Though we are having a lot of questions coming in here for you, sir. Before we go into that, I would like to thank you once more to have been able to meet with us here today. This interview. This is Adeyinka Olaiya from Brazil. I'm Pa Ayo Adebanjo, the leader of Afenifere group, the Yoruba group, the #1 Yoruba group. If you have questions, you can always ask, but ask your questions with respect. I thank everybody. I thank the Nigerians in Brazil, the Yoruba, the Igbos. Before we go into the area of politics, we are still tackling the situation of Nigeria right now. And I think until we separate, we are still Nigerians. We all have Nigerian passport, those of us in diaspora. So we should always respect and honor the passport meanwhile. Sir, you said something very important now. You made mention of the 1999 Constitution. You mentioned the issue of restructuring. That is what you actually support, to restructure the situation so that we can have a better Nigeria to live. Do you think that if eventually we have a new leader, will this new leader do restructuring, sir?
That's the condition we are supporting to be. That is the condition precedent. It's an irreducible condition. Because history is involved. The whole of the South is involved because of structuring. The whole of the South is under the hegemony of the North, under this constitution. So that is why it's important that it should be voted for.
So sir, I'm here to go to the era of Obi right now, because we even here in Brazil, it has generated a lot of discussion worldwide. I think I was the first journalist that actually published your decision about Mr. Peter Obi. But before we go into that, we are still going to that, because I will be sincere with our viewers that Adeyinka Olaiya is a neutral journalist who is not here to promote any candidate. I'm not here to promote either Tinubu, either Obi, either Atiku. I am a neutral journalist and I don't have a candidate. I'm doing my work as a journalist and I shouldn't be tagged with any candidate. You watch the program and you make your own decision. I'm not here to promote a candidate, or am I here to say, don't vote for a candidate? I'm here doing the work of a journalist, and I hope you will understand me. Sir, there are questions for you here, and we have Waris Jinodu, we have Cyprian Ufogu, they are greeting you.
Fire on, no waste time, fire on.
Yeah. There's a question from Prince Adeniran. He's asking you that are the Northerners actually ready for restructuring? Do you think they are ready for restructuring? Do you believe that they will accept restructuring?
My dear, it's not the question whether they accept. That is what the country wants. Whether they like it or not, that's condition under which we are going to stay in Nigeria. If they don't accept it, then go back to Nigeria. It's as plain as that. Why should we say we should have a constitution under which we shall be on the basis of equality, and anybody opposed to that? That's why we say Buhari and others, they have a hidden agenda. If you have the love of the country for unity the way we had it at independence, why should that be a problem? That is what we have been having from 1960 until 1966. When the military staged a coup, we now say you force yourself on us, you force the constitution, you now say you're going back to the barracks. I say, well, go back to the barracks with your baggage. This constitution is not ours. You have not been able to dispute that. So I said that you are going back to the barracks, send us back to the constitution which you meant us. What's the problem about that, if you are honest?
So Baba is saying that it is practically a must now that the country actually must be restructured. That's a question here for you too, sir. Let me select a lot of questions are coming in for you here, sir. But before we go into that, you mentioned something very important. You said this is why we are supporting Obi.
Yeah. It's a condition precedent.
So did you speak with Mr. Peter Obi?
We have been together long before the election comes out. We have been agitating for it under Southern Leaders and Middle Forum. The ONSA, the Southern people, and then the Afenifere. That's what we have been agitating for. That was what brought the organization together to press for the constitution that will make us equal. So it's not a question of whether he agrees or not. It's a question he asked before he came to us. And we made it clear, and before we believe that that is the position they want.
Wow. So
we are in the same soup. The Yoruba, the Igbos, and the Southern, and the Middle Belt people. We are in the same soup. So that is the organization known as Southern Leaders and Middle Belt Forum, comprising of the comprising of the Delta people, comprising of the Middle Belt. So it's only the far north and part of the far north, not all the far north. Don't forget that the Hausas don't agree with the Fulanis. They're only oppressing them. But we're only championing their cause. So all the four regions, we are together.
Sir, you said something very important, that you have been together. You gave him a condition already, a conditional, which he agreed. Sir,
You know,
do you believe that if Mr. Peter Obi gets there, he will do as promised?
my dear, I don't deal with I don't see with that condition agreed to, except he's not going to behave like Buhari, who made a promise and not fulfill it. That's why we are rejecting him. If Buhari fulfill or the APC fulfill the condition of restructuring, will be the restructuring is on their first manifesto. And after that is done, they also put the El-Rufai committee on restructuring. It is not, they are not honest about it. That's why I said that is root cause of the problem in Nigeria. And until you send them away, you will get peace.
It's serious. So there's a question here for you. I think this question is a little bit, I think you have answered already. Mr. Benjamin Okpeyemi is asking you that what do you have to say to the Fulanis that are destroying the killing people around Nigeria, destroying the Yoruba nation? That is just
by the time we have our autonomy, it's going to happen. If you do that, it will be what you call aside. Just try to put question aside. I want to go straight to the point. They are the people causing trouble. That's why I say, you let us have our constitution and our control of autonomy. If they don't agree to that, then if you have been following the struggle in Nigeria, the Fulani herdsmen, they are the people who have been kidnapping and killing us and do all that. They said it's not so. I said, okay, if it is not so, why don't you arrest those who know they are the Fulani from abroad? They have not answered that question. So if what I'm saying is not true, then they should agree to what we are saying. After all, Saudana Oshokoto is a Fulani. He agreed to what we are saying. He's one of the signatories to the constitution we say we should go back to. They have not denied that.
Sir, you said something very important. You have demonstrated a complete confidence in Mr. Peter Obi. You've been hammering on this fact several times. I've met with you in a number of programs, and you've been hammering on this fact that Mr. Peter Obi is the answer to Nigeria. There's a question here for you that Prince Adeyinka is asking, that do you think Mr. Peter Obi can succeed in Nigeria without the National Assembly?
Oh, then you people don't understand what's at stake. I don't depend on the National Assembly. The National Assembly is a product of the fraud. The National, I've said it not just now. The National Assembly is a product of the Constitution we are complaining about. They are part of the problem. I've said it several times. I've said it several times. It's not new. Only those of you Brazil are hearing it for the first time. When they say they are amending the Constitution, if you go to the assembly, who is a beneficiary of the fraud? Because the beneficiary of the fraud to amend the Constitution is impossible.
Wow, that's interesting, sir. Sir, another very good point is that you some time ago you mentioned that your choice of a candidate is based on I think it's fundamental reasons, and you made mention of Yes, principle. So can you tell us more about that? It's like
No,
the other time you made.
it is clear. If they read the Constitution, you have to read the Constitution federal character. We
Federal
are
character.
considering character that there is no region or tribe or anything that will be discriminated against in the question of election, appointment, and everything. That was just get back to rotation. We have been saying it. That was why when we started in 1999, when the meeting went, while Obasanjo was made the president. When the Obasanjo finished, he go back to the north. Yar'Adua came in. When Yar'Adua died, he came back to the south. Jonathan came in. When Jonathan finished, he went back to the north. Buhari went there. When Buhari finished, he came back to the south. And in the south, should you go back to the southwest where we are going here, or to the south where Jonathan? The south is not part of the south. That's why I say, to keep Nigeria one, we must be obedient, compliant.
That's a
To
very
keep
good point.
Nigeria one, obedient is the answer. Except we are going to gang up. What will be your case against Southeast? Will you say the Southwest that the South Obasanjo should come again? Or will you say the South that the South Jonathan? Will you say the Southeast that has not had it, should not have it? What is your reason? You are going to be fair, equitable, justice.
Justice.
The question is clear. If there is no prejudice.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, I would love to go into that area now, the area of the election in Nigeria. That's if Nigeria remains actually. We have other candidates too, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, and we have Atiku. The other time I spoke with you in one of the interviews I had with you, you said, if I'm not mistaken, that if APC or if Bola Tinubu eventually become the next president of Nigeria, that will be a continuity of what the present leader, which is retired Major General Buhari, is.
Olaiya, not me. I remind you, Tinubu himself said he's going to continue what Buhari did. It's on record.
Okay.
He said, I'm going to continue what I was doing. His wife even said so. So don't say I said so.
Okay.
But I was saying it's going to be because it's on the same APC platform. But it came and now I'm confirmed. I'm going to continue what we are Buhari. So it's going to continue the reduction of the Naira. It's going to continue the Boko Haram. It's going to continue the devaluation of the Naira. It's going to continue the position of police.
So.
And mind you, before you go for that, what disqualified Tinubu as Southwest now disqualify Atiku.
Okay.
How can a northerner finish 8 years and another northerner should go back there? Answer my question. When another component part of Nigeria has under the sun, how can you have unity like that? And these are the people who have said you are marginalizing them. And you said no. It's a simple matter. Except want to close our eyes to truth.
So you are saying that it's just like three. I mean, three like agreement of three friends who decide to take turns. You mean the Hausa, they have taken their turn. The Yorubas, they have taken their turn. Now is the time for the Igbos to take their own turn. Is that what you're trying to say, sir?
No more, no less.
Okay.
And let them,
so just
and
like,
let them disprove that.
okay. So
But all
until
I'm saying is
Nigeria, until Nigeria let the power go to the Igbos, the Eastern people, the country will never have peace.
we never be together again. I have said it before, and I told Bonnie, if the South does not get the presidency and you don't restructure, forget Nigeria. Because you can't have Nigeria together with a component band being disgruntled. It will be stability. There can be no progress we are making on it. That is why we say the country has been so disunited under Buhari more than ever before.
Yes.
We must do everything to unite us. And if people I think we say it's going to unite the country. How can you unite the country when you are depriving a component part of the country? Is all right. Are we done this in South?
So you have vehemently disagree with the government of Buhari and the possibility of bringing back APC to the government, and you are also saying that Atiku, what disqualifies the APC candidate will also disqualify Atiku. So you have made it clear that your candidate is Peter Obi. Sir, just one question.
The rightful candidate is Southeast, which is Obi. It is the basis I'm saying they should dispute.
So now, let's talk of Afenifere now. Is this your own decision, your own support, your own declaration, or does it represent the Afenifere, sir?
I am the leader of Afenifere. All these what do you call it, parlor talks or this moment behind, I don't listen to it. Okay. Who will not speak for Afenifere than myself? Let the person come out and tell me that I wrote that myself. And by the time I do my press conference next week, I will tell you the position of our on this issue. If we do the war, now because we should not allow this to go away. If you want to keep Nigeria together, if you want to go, you have no objection.
Thank you very much, sir, for this your blunt point. You've been able to stand on your point, and you are defending your point. We have greetings from KSN Media. We have from Benjamin Okpeyemi. We have from Cyprian Olugu. We have from Labari. And Labari is greeting you. So welcome, my respected elder. Benjamin Okpeyemi is asking you, is still demanding for Yoruba nation. There's a question here for you, sir. That have you ever at all had a meeting with Professor Banji Akintoye? Have you ever?
My dear. Oh, Akintoye was my deputy in Afenifere. He was sitting by my side. Have you seen me attacking him?
No.
I'm only saying he's jumping. I say he's jumping the gun. I say, Banji, let these people kill themselves. We are not going to say we want to go, but we lay the condition that we are going to be in Nigeria If that condition is not fulfilled, then we go back to our place. They won't say we break Nigeria. Then we say they break Nigeria. It's a simple matter. Nigeria has said we are in the same boat. Only the method is different. He said no, it's different. I said no. And as a younger person, I blame him. That is why I never attack him. I told people not to attack him. Because the younger people are disgusted with this government. And I told you about it before that both Baji, Igbo, and Nnamdi Kanu, they are the people feeling the oppression. They can't wait again. If you don't do it socially, you made the question of secession very popular. I've not seen it for the first time. That's why I say I don't support secession. I don't oppose it. If you don't start secession, on which you are going to say together, you are asking for secession. Nobody needs to sell that slavery.
Thank you, sir. Sir, once again, I will thank Nigerians in Brazil. This is a program for Nigerians in Brazil. Though we are receiving questions from other parts of the world, but it's a program Baba is addressing the Nigerians in Brazil, the Yorubas, the Igbos, the Hausas, the Fulanis, the Ibiobios, the Benis, the Akwa Ibom, the Calabar, and in Brazil. This is a program, this is the voice of Brazil. And I would definitely give audience to questions from Brazil more than the ones from out of Brazil.
Olaiya, let me say this again. If anybody is in doubt, all we are saying is clear. If the northern people have no reading agenda, why is it why I'm saying, let us go back to the constitution they gave us? If you don't want that, then let us sit down and draw a new constitution that is acceptable. What is wrong with that? If you have a clear conscience, if you have no hidden agenda.
Sir, there's a question here for you from Yoruba man from Bahia, Bahia in Brazil here. He's asking you that don't Baba think, this is from Musba Akoni, say, don't Baba think it's a wrong approach pushing Mr. Peter Obi now as the Afenifere candidate? As it got
no. That's the mistake they are making. That is the mistake they are making. Not to give the presidency to the Southeast is an injustice. And if you don't do that, you don't defend that injustice, when the injustice affects us, nobody will defend us. Our side is to defend justice. Why should it be his son and then say don't give them? That is the keynote. If anybody is saying that Nigeria must be together, not by the word of mouth. How can you say we are the union, we are dividing peace, when the thing is my right, you deny me, and you want me to do that union? It's simple. So Afenifere is defending what is right.
Afenifere stands on justice.
And that's it. That injustice to one is injustice to others. That's all. After all, if I'm going to be parochial here, I should be happy that Tinubu should be president. I made him the governor of Lagos State. If somebody I made the governor of the president, I'd be happy. But I won't be happy on injustice. That won't be fair. It is that they should criticize me upon.
So the supporters of Ashwaju Tinubu, they are saying that Ashwaju Tinubu was exceptional while he governed Lagos State, and they expected
That is
him,
not the
and they
question
expected
now.
him to do.
That Olaiya, we all intelligent people that do. We are not no propaganda line. We are not talking about whether it's efficient or not. I say it's technically knocked out as provided for under our constitution, under our convention. They should say no. And I'm saying the Southwest has had its own share. So nobody should come from the Southwest. I'm saying that people shouldn't come in because the northern region has had their own share. It is that they should criticize. It is not like that we come and discuss whether it's qualified or not. When you go for an examination or something, there is a preliminary for you before you can come in. If you are going to be employed, they say you must have certain conditions. The condition is that it is the candidate from the Southeast now that they have become competing among themselves, not anybody outside.
Thank you very much, Abba. Sincerely speaking, I will once again try to be straight with our viewers. Adeyinka Olaiya is not a political person. I don't have a candidate. I don't have Tinubu. I don't have Atiku. I don't have Obi. I am a neutral person doing the work of a journalist.
You have not mentioned Kwakwaso. You have not mentioned Kwakwaso. You are only
yeah.
Kwakwaso is a candidate.
I don't. Because the three candidates are the candidates that are making waves around now, and we have Showore that's also there, who is also making his own campaign here and there. So I'm just trying to make it clear. I'm trying to make it clear that I am not a political person. I'm a neutral person. Sir.
Olaiya, I have helped you to define the position of Afenifere and why I don't support these people. Anybody on that category goes as well. Showore goes as well. Kwakwaso goes as well. They should the ground on which I'm supporting Southeast, it is that one they should criticize. That I'm wrong.
Yeah, there are questions coming up there. And we have questions coming over there that why you are supporting, but you have made it clear that you are supporting the Southeast because of justice and equity. That is time for
equity,
an Easterner an Easterner to rule the country. There's a question here for you, sir. But we still have a lot of Nigerians that are not in support of the country. They want the country to break up, and there are still some who are asking you, sir, that. What if Mr. Obi fails doing the restructuring? How would you feel? Well, that is, I think that would be that will be later.
No, not later. My dear, okay. I will answer them.
Okay.
When Buhari does not, what are you not doing? Until the God, I am one of those who voted for Buhari in 2007, when he said was going to be so surely. When he doesn't do it now, I shifted my ground. How can you assume somebody you have not tried to be guilty of something he has not done? You are just not looking for excuses.
So, sir, I'll just ask you one. Maybe you get
fire on.
What do you have to say? What do you have to say to Emilokan? What do you have to that statement? How would you describe that statement? Emilokan, Yoruba Lokan.
My dear, are you not the Yoruba man? I have said that. He's from the Southwest, therefore go Southwest. Go Southwest, go to come. And I've said the broad principle. Anybody in that category is out.
It's out. But right now, you are saying it is the time of the Southeast
Yeah,
to be the leader
exactly.
of Nigeria.
Exactly. In 2023. When it
That's a
comes back
question.
to the South, again, it may begin from the Southwest. You see,
Sir,
the
there's a
people know
question
the
here for
truth.
you. There's a question here for you.
Fire on.
Somebody's asking here that apart from this is Labari from Brasilia, he's one of the obedience in Brazil, if I'm not mistaken. He said, apart from sir, putting aside the zoning system of a thing, that is Obi not? I mean, he's saying that Obi is better than Atiku and Tinubu. But my question to you, sir, is now putting aside the zoning of a thing, sir. Do you think Mr. Obi as a person is competent to rule Nigeria? Let's put aside the zoning, which is the principle you are. But we have a lot of Igbos that are practically competent, that will believe they can do better too than Mr. Peter Obi. Do you think?
Are they out? Are they out? Are they in the contest? I'm talking about those who are in the contest. They should limit their access to those who are in the contest. I can't condemn those who have not sitting for examination that they will fail or they will pass. It is those who have put themselves out that we are going to examine. We are going to examine their qualifications.
Let us put aside the zoning system. Now let us analyze the three candidates we have now. We have Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, and we have Mr. Atiku, Alhaji Atiku, and we have Mr. or Dr. Peter Obi. So let's put aside the zoning system. Let's talk of competency.
I cannot. No.
Okay.
There are fundamentals.
Okay.
How can somebody who's not qualified to take an exam, whether you say you be first class or second class, when we say not qualified?
So because you've been saying that you made Asiwaju Tinubu the governor of Lagos State, that you made him the governor. So, but now you don't want him there now. That's what you're trying to say. That's why you don't want him there, or it is not his turn because it's not his turn for the Southwest.
Olaiya, the question is clear. It's not the question of me don't want him in. I have told you what knocked him out. It is that one should address.
Okay.
They say, once you enter the university, you say you are qualified. They say, no. Before you qualify, you must find 5 credits. Before you can take the exam at all. You have got 5 credits. You say you should be admitted. I said, before you can be qualified, it must be the turn of Southwest. And I said, Southwest is not qualified now because of what they are taught. Dispute that. Don't change the narrative. It is when we see that.
So we are still having a lot of Nigerian participants here that are actually not swallowing or agreeing the fact that we even talking about Nigeria. They believe that the system cannot work and no longer work. There's a question here from Mr. Mukaila Saliu.
Olaiya. Don't let us drug ourselves unnecessarily. We are not bound to sleep and face the same place. It's an element of democracy. They attach to that. They don't have their reason. I am entitled to my prison with practical things. I'm not saying we must be in Nigeria at all costs.
No, they are saying that why are you not supporting the Yoruba nation and why is that you still believe that Nigeria can function?
I have told you. we came back together as a federation. It is the military that changed it. If that federation is on, there's no need to break Nigeria. But if they change that condition of our coming together, there's no need to stay together. Is the question not clear? But don't forget, there's an advantage in economy of scale that we're a big country. Don't forget that. It is that idea that brings nation of diversities coming together like America. America is not the same thing. United Kingdom is not the same thing. I would have stated in his book that for any nation to be together, they must be one in language, in culture, in everything. But if you have this various variety in the heterogeneous community, and you want them to live together, the system that can make peace is federalism, where every region will develop at its own place. What do you have to say?
So,
except what we want to deceive. Except we want to deceive ourselves, playing with us. The issue is clear.
So you are saying that the government.
When I'm going to talk of whether, hold on, Olaiya. When I'm going to talk whether Ayo is qualified or not, when he comes back to the south, and there are contestants with him in the southwest, then we say, oh yes, he's not qualified. Is this, is that? But now, his region is not qualified to contest. That's the issue you should address. You should pick me on that one. So no, it doesn't matter. And just the of second choice when one has not had any bite.
Thank you very much, sir. You have you've explained. You've been able to put your points clear and direct. That it has to be rotational. It has to go to the west, I mean the south and the north. I mean the east and the north. Just like you have. There's a question. There's a question here for you.
That is what we have been doing. That's what we have been doing. That is important. It is not just a new proposal. It is a proposal that has been in existence. It is that proposal now that makes the turn of Southeast valid, that makes the other one invalid. It is that you should address. You should not be, you don't change the rule at the middle of the game. This is the condition that we should come together. And we have been putting it in practice. Southwest aside, Southeast aside, when now Southeast, now you turn again. What is the reason for not giving to the Southeast? I just ask you that question. They should answer.
Sir, let us put aside I want us to find a way to put aside the zoning you are saying, sir. I want us to touch the area of competency, sir. Is it possible?
No. Olaiya, you will never get the thing through.
Yeah, I agree. Sir, I agree with you. I agree with you, sir. But I want us to touch the area of competency, to talk of if Tinubu is competent, if Atiku is competent, if Mr. Peter Obi is competent, the person of the three candidates. From your own point of view, sir.
My dear, don't put in an issue that does not exist. Why we are talking about this is because we are together in Nigeria. Telling you there's a condition for coming together, which is this rotation. If that condition is not fulfilled, what's the basis of coming together? Everybody will be on his own. After all, the colonialists, they colonized us, not as Nigeria. Nigeria came into existence in 1914. My father is not a Nigerian. He was born in Nigeria. Azikwe is not a Nigerian. Awolowo is not a Nigerian. Savannah is not a Nigerian. Azikwe was born 1904. Savannah in 1909. Awolowo 1908. They are already born before they amalgamated us. But when the British amalgamated us, I was in the advantage of coming together. Yes, we now come together on certain conditions. Those are the things you should address. Don't put in imaginary thing that there's one section or that one section imposed on the other.
So I can see the Yorubas here on the platform. They are saying that they are still holding on the Yoruba the secession. They tired of Nigeria as a country. They want to go. And there's a question here for you on my phone.
Olaiya. You as a journalist, you must enlighten people. They are tired of the country because of the injustice that is existing under this constitution. That is the question. And I said the reason for that is what I've given. If that is below, they are not tired. We are not there when Awolowo signed the agreement to be Nigeria in Lancaster House. When Azikwe signed it, when Ghana signed it, and we are living in peace until the military coup. You have got to draw the line.
Thank you very much, sir. There's a question here too that from Mr. Benjamin Okpeyemi is asking you as an elderly somebody, Babawa, that do you think the Northerners will hand over the power to Peter Obi if he eventually wins? Do you think so?
Well, my dear, we are to the of history. Freedom is never granted, it is won. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Even from the Awolowo and Azikwe were agitating. The colonialists don't want to leave us. We fought for it. You don't expect Northerners to easily change this constitution under which they are oppressing a section of the country. That's why they are not yielding to instruction. I don't expect them when the country is impossible for them. If the Obi should win and they don't allow him, you see what will happen. There will be no peace. You are in Brazil, you don't know what is happening here. The obedient people outside Obi, they are suffering under this regime. That's why they say you don't want to be in Nigeria. If that is the type of thing you divorce, they don't complain not to be in Nigeria when Awolowo is in power. He beat the channel, beat the Ahmadu Bello. He started federation. Okpara was in there. Everybody, they are doing competition. Until the military came to be oppressing a section of the country. Then the position, if this is the position, let them go back to his father's land. That is the issue to address.
Thank you very much, sir.
What is making the people say, what is making the Yoruba say they don't say Nigeria is the injustice they are experiencing under Buhari. And what is the justice of the constitution they impose? And we say, that justice, there will be peace.
Thank you very much, sir.
Fire.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Those of you that are watching us, this is Adeyinka Olaiya channel. With me is Pa Ayo Adebanjo, our grandfather, who is the leader of Afenifere, the number one Yoruba group. He has declared the support for Mr. Peter Obi. He also said that he is not uh, uh, against or in support of secession, but is supporting the structuring. You can ask your questions and as well try and subscribe to the channel. This is the channel from Brazil. This is the voice from Brazil. We have greetings. This is Mustafa Mao greeting you. This is saying hello to you, sir. And there's a question, another question here that what advice would you give to the Yorubas that are not in agreement with the stand with Peter Obi or whatever as regards the 2023 election? What advice would you give as the leader of the Yoruba group, Afenifere, that represent us Yoruba worldwide? What advice would you give to the Yorubas?
Afenifere is the Yoruba name for Action Group. Action Group is a political party. It's a democratic party. Those that do, they're entitled to it. They're entitled to it. Let them pay that production. I am telling you why it is not so. It is why it is not so. They should examine. Not because they don't agree. No, there might be a reason. I can't say because I don't like your face that I say no. No, that's what I'm saying. We are in a civilized society. If they say they don't want to say then why? I say I agree with them. We are being cheated. And I say remove the cause of shit. There be peace. Is that not clear? I don't say you stay under oppression. I say the cause of oppression must be removed. And those who are oppressed, if they don't remove it, they don't want peace. They don't want unity. And that's why I say for Nigeria to be one, obedience is the answer.
So
if you don't Nigeria to be one.
So you were there when they negotiated Nigeria. I mean, the independence. You had an active participation, and since then you've been accompanying Nigeria. Did you ever believe that Nigeria can be like this today? Did you?
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. That's why I'm in the struggle. That is why I'm in the struggle. This is not the Nigeria I fought for. This is not the Nigeria I carried campaign in London for independence for Nigeria. No. It's not Nigeria we envisage. That is why at 94, I have seen the struggle. I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be at all.
Wow. Sir, I feel like dropping, I feel like, hearing this from you, that this is not in Nigeria you
not at all. Not at all.
This is not in Nigeria you campaigned for the independence in London in 1960. And at the age of 94, you are still not tired to fight for Nigeria. May Olodumare continue to bless you, sir, to give you more and more life. Long life. Ashedumare, you will see us happy again. It's quite emotional. It's quite emotional. The Nigeria you fought for, you don't expect it to be like this. The Nigeria you carried placards. The Nigeria you carried placards in London for independence. That's what you are seeing today. Sir, where did we get it wrong? How did because recently I personally saw I read Obi went to visit Obasanjo, he went to visit Babangida, he went to visit and it brought in some and so where how did we get it wrong? Why is Nigeria like this? I mean, sir, just because what I
just said simple. It is the military that caused the problem. It is the military that truncated the civilian regime. If the military has not come in and then introduce this constitution, we will be in this struggle. We may be changing the constitution peacefully. After all, policy is dynamic. It is not the constitution of America when it became the having now. It has been experiencing changes, progressive changes. And some people will say, I'm going back to three religions. No. Only the contents of the federalism in those three religions will be in the state we are against to or not. All the state will be autonomous and will be independent in their own rights. The people that are intelligent, I don't want to be teaching them what they know. If they are ignorant, then that's their problem.
And you think, since you've been fighting for Nigeria, I don't think you've ever also witnessed an Igbo man ruling Nigeria. I don't think so. Since I was born, I've never seen an Igbo man rule Nigeria. And
that is why the Igbos are aggrieved. That's why you have Kanu. How can we say we are one in Nigeria and you exclude them? And then if you are going to exclude them, that's the beginning of the Biafra war. I don't want to waste time by going to this because I know all these things.
So the history is very important to us because this is how our generation.
No, if it is important, I tell you, the analogy is simple. If you are in a club or free association, and you know why you are there, you are contributing money when you build your house, they give you money to do it and that. You know what advantages you are having. You would like to leave the alcohol. But when you are in a club, all the rights you give it to others, when it comes to you, they don't give you. What do? You stay there when they are not forced to. They say, well, everybody let go. That's what you should examine.
There's somebody saying here that there is a problem for Yorubas when we are choosing candidates as Peter Obi. This is from Mustafa Mau, saying Yoruba candidate behind because 2023 presidential election is a tribalist election. That's his own point of view. He's saying Mustafa Mau is saying that the coming election is a tribalist election that has Yoruba Afenifere leader you should be supporting. Yeah, here comes the saying that that is
that is very wrong. That is very wrong. You see, Àṣìpa òwe ni.
Àṣìpa òwe.
Ìlẹ̀kẹ̀ tó wí yẹ ìwọ ló ní. Ó lè ní ìlẹ̀kẹ̀ tó dáa kò fi sí ìdí ẹ̀rọ lómi. Presidency does not belong to Yoruba. It belongs to Nigeria. That's the mistake we are making.
I have to say this in English to our viewers that are listening in the Yoruba I use now. I started a Yoruba Adi that says that if you cannot have a waistband, a beautiful one, with you, and you give it to the daughter or the founder of your neighbor, while you have your own daughter that can use a bead. Then Baba is saying that that's a wrong adage. It's a wrong proverb.
No, it's wrong. It's wrong interpretation. It's wrong interpretation.
Okay, so I was just trying to.
Yes, no, it was to tell them. I am saying the bid that you have, that you can't give to another person, but be your own bid. And I'm saying the presidency does not belong to Yoruba. What the Yoruba are saying that how can you have a beautiful beach and you have a beautiful girl who can use it and you give it to another person? That's why it's not that you give another person property to other. If you go and do that, you are greedy. Something that is not yours, you say you want to claim it. When they want to confuse you, they turn them between as if they're talking just. When people are not honest, they sell sort of things. You can understand now, Olaiya.
Yes, sir. I can understand you, sir.
Even in the Yoruba context, when you say you cannot have a beautiful baby and you have a female of a good waist, then you give it to another woman. That bill is yours. Presidency is not Yoruba. It belongs to Nigeria. So that problem is not applicable.
There is an interesting question here from Ogben Mukala Sali. We're saying that with the level of corruption, electoral corruption in Nigeria, do you think that Mr. Peter Obi can even win? He won't be robbed of the possibilities?
My dear, with what they have done so far, we have been arguing it. And with what has happened on Show and Ikiti, which have been improved upon by the INEC, there's a lot of hope that the election will be free and fair. And if it's not free and fair, there will be no Nigeria. I've said that. Don't deceive yourself.
Or they do a free and fair election, or there will be no Nigeria. That is it.
I say so. I say it with positive authority.
But my own question is, Baba, do you have a party?
No, my party is a very action group. That's why I say the Labour Party that you are talking of now is like Nadeco. I am not a Labour man. We are only using it for everybody who want to get rid of the evils of Buhari to line up against the flag bearer to get rid of him. It's a united front. And Obi is the flag bearer of the oppressed. So it's not the oppressed that they are calling themselves obedient.
Obi is the flag bearer. Obi is the flag bearer of the oppressed.
Of the oppressed.
Baba, what a very big quotation, sir. Wow. The flag bearer of the oppressed.
That is truth. What you see there.
It's interesting. I will enjoin our participants who are with us, who are following this interview with Baba Afenifere. He is the leader of the Yoruba group Afenifere. He fought for Nigeria.
Olaiya, let me tell you. When you go to the Yoruba group, he's the leader of Afenifere, which is the Yoruba name for Action Group Party. It is the ministry that banned them, that banned Action Group, but they didn't ban Afenifere. So we are bearing Afenifere for survival. And it's my hope that by the time we get their freedom, Action Group is going to come back. That's why we're able to win elections all over the country. In the First Republic, we are the leader of opposition in the Eastern region. We are the leader of opposition in the Northern region. We are the leader of opposition in the federal government. We are the government in the Western region. We are a national party. It is the Yoruba who don't understand what is Action Group. We interpreted the welfare program of the Action Group to be Afenifere, somebody who do like good for himself and for others. So it's not the Yoruba group something. Afenifere is not the Yoruba party. Afenifere is not the government of Udua. It's a national political party with distinct political ideology and principle. It is that principle that is making me support Obi.
Wow. Baba, you have given another definition of Afenifere now. Afenifere is more than the Yoruba group
It's
I
not.
used.
No. I'm correct. You see, the military has turned over many things, and I think I suppose I have to correct people, particularly some Yoruba people. I say, I have to Afenifere for the Yoruba people. I say no. When we founded the action group, which Afenifere, you have best followed the SSC. We have Adeyinka Olaiya in the SSC. We have a Olówó formulation, and so on and so forth. We only have majority in the southwest. It's not the Yoruba that formed that joined Afenifere. Although after we formed the government and we performed so well, many came back to Afenifere and said everybody's Afenifere. So as time goes on, the military has done a lot of confusion, and it's my duty. How many of our people are remaining now who can tell us the story I'm telling you? All those who are shouting this now, they were born after 1966. Those who are born before them, they are toddlers. So I can understand that. That's why I take my time to entertain people, like to educate them. If I have no business to be in the churches, and you'll be resting now and sleeping and enjoying my life.
Sir,
But there's a lot of ignorance.
Once again, I appeal to my colleagues in Brazil, the participants that are with us here, to please ask questions that are within the context, and I'll tell you once again that this program is a program from Brazil, is a program that represents the voice of Brazil. It's not my program. It doesn't represent me. I'm only coordinating the program. This is the voice of Nigerians in Brazil, the voice of the Yorubas, the Igbos, the Hausas, the Fulanis, the Bios, the Bini, the Akwa Ibom, the Nigerians in Brazil. This is where our voice comes out. We can ask our questions, and we do it with respect. Thank you very much. I'm not a politician. I don't have a candidate. I've been saying it. If you tag me with any candidates, you are wasting your time. I'm Adeyinka Olaiya. I don't have a candidate. I don't have a party. Sir, there is a question here from Mr. Amau. He's asking if you think that Peter Obi can stand the pressure from the political class. The people are the opponents, the opposition. Do you think the soft-spoken person he is can stand the pressure when the time comes? Do you think so?
What was that? Well, I don't want to insult the person. If he's not capable of sir, if the person is not capable, if you don't like the heat, don't go to the kitchen. If you can't stand it, who put himself off to contest for presidency in Nigeria, it's not a tea party. You don't need to ask me about that. It's because he believes he can do it. And when if he cannot do it, then you vote for him. That's why it's the content of vote.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. You have been able to clear the minds of a lot of us in Brazil. Like you know, this is another. This is like Africa out of Africa. This is Brazil is like another Yoruba land or another Africa out of Africa. We live just like Africans here in Brazil, and we monitor what is going there, what is going on there in Nigeria. Uh, uh, Sir, do you think like a lot are still not agreeing with Nigeria as a nation, and this government we have right now in Nigeria is a government that has actually disappointed a lot of Nigerians with what they are writing here, and they never expected what we are witnessing in Nigeria of late. Because as a government that I would say that has brought Nigeria to a situation that the Nigerians are, in fact, the ways we have flopping the international community, we are moving out of the country. In Brazil today, we have thousands of Nigerians living in Brazil and all around the world. Uh, Recently, we find Peter Obi traveling around and asking for the support of Nigerians in diaspora to come home and give their support to make Nigeria a better place to live, asking for professionals to render what they have at the very best for the country, and which a lot of us have seen as a good move. So, do you think that with Mr. Peter Obi as the leader, as the new president of Nigeria, do you think he's going to have the support of Nigerians in general? He's going to have support of Nigerians in diaspora, Nigerians at home, the Fulanis, the oppressed, and the elites? Do you think they're going to give him the support and allow him to rule Nigeria? Do you think so? I know it's a very simple
I
question,
believe,
but
I believe, it's very simple too, simple too. I believe all the rational people who know what they're suffering for and they want the change of this government will vote for it. If not, why go there? Simple. You don't need to ask me that one. If you know the man is so good, that's why we're having an election. And voting every period is to reject a leader that has not performed and put another one there. If Obitu doesn't perform again, we reject him when we're at another election. That's why we have democracy.
the questions that are coming up here is like a number of our participants are not listening properly. Baba is saying that it's for justice and equity, that he's not even bothered about who Mr. Peter Obi is. He's saying that right now is the time of the Eastern people to rule Nigeria. That if three people go for a bargain, the first, the second, and the third must benefit from that fact. What he's saying is the Hausas have enjoyed Nigeria they've ruled Nigeria, Hausa Fulani thereabout, and the Yorubas have also done the same thing. That it's time for the evil people to do it. He's saying that this is not a time to see if Mr. Peter Obi is competent or not. Let him go there and do it first. That's what he's saying. And there's a question here from Mr.
And
Musbah
if you
from
don't
Brazil.
got, and then if he
He's saying
doesn't
that
do well, you reject him. You reject him
Baba is
as
saying,
asking to reject.
yeah. Baba,
I'm
there
not.
is something I will ask you. Well, at the time I made a publication, and yeah, I will use the opportunity to also tell our please read Ancestral News. Ancestral News is the leading online news in diaspora. That though a Nigerian news line, but covers culture, tradition, and other activities in diaspora. Never hesitate to read Ancestral News, ancestral.com.ng. Baba, I will ask you one. There was a time I made a publication, that about when you, for the first time, you declared the support for Mr. Peter Obi. Then somebody called me and asked me a question. He said, "Ask Baba why he's against Tinubu." You
No,
said
no, no,
Baba
no,
is
no, no,
supporting
no.
Mr. Obi. But let me end, Baba. Say Baba is supporting Mr. Peter Obi because Baba don't like Tinubu. You say Baba don't like Tinubu. That's why he's supporting Mr. Peter Obi.
I'm very happy about that question. Let me
Yeah,
answer
that's why I want
it.
to ask you that question.
Yeah, I will let me answer it. Does he know Tinubu before he became governor? Whoever is asking us, does he know Tinubu before he became governor? And I repeat, I am the instrument God used to make him the governor. If I hate him, I was in a position to reject him and put Williams there. But I stood by him. I didn't hate him then. When I know this is right. You want me to do it when I know no, this is not right too. That is what is ruining Nigeria. You know, you're always very selfish.
Baba, you've been saying
You
you
don't
made
think
him
about the
governor.
goodness of others.
Can you tell us more about that? You say you presented him as a leader as the governor of Lagos
No,
State.
no, no.
Can you?
I was the chairman of the party that made him the governor. Just as APC, the party that made the Buhari governor. That's all.
Okay.
I was the chairman. And when I was
Chairman,
disclosed there, I was in a position to say, no. When they did the primary, they said, I could have rejected you. So then you are not following the history of Nigeria. I can't impose him on the people. They went for primary and they chose him and he won the election. If I hate him at that, I will say, no, I don't accept that report. I will choose the other one. You see, Olaiya, what many people don't know, I am saying it publicly. I am one of those I believe Tinubu respect most. He has never greeted me standing in his life. He calls me uncle. The wife used to. My children call him uncle. Very close to my family. But the fault with him is that I don't do what you was called. I'm on the straight line. He himself testified to the fact that if I'm not honest and incorruptible, he would not have been governor. When I was doing my 90th birthday, he said that at the public function, go and look at this. He said, if I be corrupt, he will be the governor. I speak for the right thing, that's all.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
And
Thank you very much.
I tell them, if Tinubu becomes the president, I will benefit more from him than all those who are talking. Do you hear that?
That if Tinubu becomes the president, you benefit more from him
than all those who are shouting now. But that is right.
That is right. Baba is standing on the fact. He's saying the right thing is the right thing. And some are also saying here that the right thing is Yoruba nation, that Yoruba should that they cannot live in peace again with the Fulani people, that the Fulani is the problem of Nigeria, they want to stay alone, that the Yoruba nation must come to stay. And there's a question here for you that some are saying that I'll ask this question. They are saying, some Yorubas are saying voting in Obi as the leader, as the president of Nigeria, it will be a kind of kidnapping the system in Lagos. That somebody's already asking questions that there's a particular tribe in Lagos, which is the Igbos, claiming that Lagos is no man's land. That there is a risk for them to to allow Obi to rule Nigeria, that he might end up kidnapping Lagos and for the Igbos. And there's also somebody asking the question here, sir, that do you think that what Tinubu already confirmed, this is for Mr. Mukaila Saliu, he said Tinubu already confirmed openly to all Nigerians that there is no free, and there has never been a free and fair election. So when he boldly painted it, he boldly said it, that corruption, that as a corrupt candidate, then that he forced the people on to rule on for his own benefit. Now, do you think that Tinubu, with all his machinations, that he will allow anybody to win that election while he's alive there? I mean, so those two things, Baba.
There's no sense in that question. Tinubu is not the control of the INEC. The control. And that's what the whole country has been talking about. And what they are showing us. That's why they are talking about the system that has been mechanized. All areas of corruption have been blocked. If everybody thinks I read this election, it's wasting his time.
Wow.
The people are so much awake. They are too much awake.
Wow. Baba says something very significant now. That people are much awake, that there's no room for rigging again. The election cannot be rigged again.
Anybody who rig it, if you rig it, you rig your life along with it.
It has been blocked.
You don't have many people are oppressed.
The avenues for rigging has been blocked. Thank you. There's somebody praying for you here. Say, God bless you for your honesty. This is from Sipran Ulogu. Say, God bless you for your honesty. Praying for you. And we already see how ask Baba if Obi win the election and everything go well after 4 or 8 years of Obi. Baba think that things can still go. That if after Obi, if things will not still come back to the same problem. Anyway, that is
no. Olaiya, no. It's a good question.
Okay.
If Obi perform like Buhari, you reject him again. Why am I asking you to reject Buhari? Because it's not well. When Buhari was coming in 2015, everybody thinks that he's an angel. And everybody says anything but Jonathan. And that is what I believe in 2007. And I said, the cleanest of two. Yeah, there was Buhari then, there was Atiku, there was this boy, former head of the EFCC. And we voted for Buhari at Adamasiba. I have said it. Well, I will go on principle.
On principle. Baba is going on principle. Wow. This is interesting. Thank you very much. To those of you watching us from Nigeria, from the UK, from America, from Brazil, especially from Brazil, with me is Pa Ayo Adebanjo, our father, our grandfather, our great-grandfather. He said something very important. He fought for that independence. He carried the placards in London. He bargained, he negotiated for Nigeria. And he's been active as a comrade and has never stopped it, even at 94. According to him, voting Mr. Obi is a matter of justice and equity. It's the Yoruba have ruled, the Igbos have ruled. I mean, the Yorubas have ruled, the Hausas or Hausa Fulani have ruled, and the Igbos have ruled. And the Igbos must rule too. That is the fundamental point is trying to put out. Sir, I will touch area that maybe I will touch one area that you talk if you want to talk, and if you don't want to talk, you don't talk. I want to say one or two things about Igboho and Kanu, the 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 Kanu in the IPOP leader and Igbo, the Yoruba Nation leader. Do you have anything to say to them, sir? About the two of them?
It must be that you in Brazil, you are not following what's going on at all. Those are my boys.
Wow.
If you ask Buhari, we tell you. And when the Igbos went to Buhari to beg for iPod to be released, I condemn them. Why you don't go and beg Buhari for him to release that? iPod is fighting a just cause. And the Buhari was anti-democratic. When you go and invade Igbo's house, kill people there, commit murder, destroy his property, under the pretense that he's carrying arms. But later all the laws of the land. And for them, they are fighting a just cause. Those are the writers. I've never hidden my support for them, they know it. If you have been following history, before Igbo was arrested, he was living in Ibadan that was coming to my house. The DSS invaded him until the man forced himself through. Well, I'm not a hidden supporter of freedom. We fight for another was what? For the past 65 years, I've been on it. And I don't know Igbo before. I don't know but what they stand for is justice.
Justice. So, a lot of greetings to you here from Mr. Michael, Honorable Michael Chineza Nwaiwu. Say thanks for saying the truth. Say may God prolong your life with much grace. They are praying for you here. They're thanking you. And there is a question from somebody's asking to bring Gani Adams. And do you have anything to say about Iba Gani Adams and Professor Banji Akintoye, which are also the freedom fighters for the Yoruba nation? And we also have questions. Yeah. That's all, sir.
They're all comrades in hand. Iba is my man. Banji is my man.
Wow. So
we're all on the same side.
On the same side. But they are saying that you are saying that you should be for the Yoruba nation and not for Nigeria.
No. I'm
a journalist. I have to ask questions, sir.
No. This is not a question. You also to educate and inform. I have said it here. And that's what you be telling them. Yoruba nation. I said we want the same thing, only the method is different. What do you want me to say? And I said what they are agitating for will be the end result if those who are pressing us refuse to do the right thing. But until then,
sir, Mr. Kanu is still under detention there in Nigeria and nothing is being done yet about his release. And what advice would you give to other comrades that are still fighting for his release? Would you advise them not to relent, or would you, because you have said something?
Aluta continua. Aluta continua.
Wow.
Freedom is not won in a day. The Chinese Revolution took 150 years.
Wow. Wow. Baba, I'm getting, it's like I'm just dropping some, what we call lagrimas in Portuguese, kind of shedding tears here with what you've just said here. With 94 years, you are not tired of the struggle. You are not tired of the struggle. You are
Because
not
they have
tired of
not
the
achieved
struggle.
the purpose for which you set out. Because they have not what you should have achieved. Because people like you have not got to earlier to make me go arrest.
Thank you very much, sir.
It's a shame young people, for people like ourselves, CBD is now when you should have taken up the contest. Well, many of you are just damn opportunists. It is the government of the day you are in. If you can't beat them, join them.
Sir, now with the situation of things in Nigeria, somebody's just talking about security of the country where one cannot travel from one place to the other. Also, this former prince, the security of the country, and as a Afenifere leader, what would you say to that? What are you doing, and what will you say to the insecurity? Let me put it that way. It's quite. It's in fact, a lot of us in diaspora are not finding it so easy to come home because of this insecurity, the kidnaps, and
Olaiya, you are not satisfied. It's Obama who can call me and fight for you. Answer me. When we are in the battle line and you enjoy the coolness of Biafra, you have regular light, your feet are good, your never good, you are just looking at us from a distance. Then you are telling what you can do. If you are feeling what you are feeling, I will talk like that. That's the reason you are fighting to get your leadership. You are in the cooler there, where is the fire here? Then you are telling them what are you doing? You know how many times I've been to detention? Do you know how many times I've been to prison? You don't know that. Have you heard of seasonable felony of Shifauno? Have you heard about that?
wow.
I am accused number 28 in that trial.
So no,
And when
sir,
I come back home,
sir, you've touched on that area here. You've been in this your active struggle for a better society. You've been picked up over how many times, sir?
even under Abacha, the other detention under Abacha, and I was already a lawyer when I was in trial with Aono.
Wow.
To remind all this.
Those of you hearing us, Baba is a lawyer by profession. He's been fighting for a better society to live for even before I was born, because he negotiated the
No. Don't dress me in borrowed rules. I am
I
one
know,
of
Baba. I was,
the
Baba, I wasn't 1960. I wasn't born yet, though.
And no, when you say I negotiated,
I'm
it
just
is
telling them now.
No. I am an apostle of those who were one of those who did them the back. You demonstrated, we give them the mass support. We organize the mass support for them.
Yes, you fought. Just like we are doing now.
Yeah, you are not doing it in Biafra. You are not doing it. You are in the cooler there.
So we in Biafra, we are not doing it.
What
are you doing here right now?
How much have you sent those of us here? How much have you sent us to continue the struggle? Or you think it's easy to struggle without organization? You think your talking grammar will remove Buhari?
Baba is saying that our grammar cannot remove Buhari, that we should do something. Thank you very much, Baba. That's the fact. There's a question. There's something from Mr. Warris.
As I'm here now, Olaiya, as I'm here now, I am a prey for Buhari brutality. You should not be surprised. You should not be surprised. Suddenly, you're going to Jebu and it's assassinated. This government will do it. But they're wasting their time to assassinate the man of 94. What are they looking for? Have I not enough life? Has God not the kind of me enough? 94? Where are my colleagues? Aoudou was only 78. Ajasi was only 88. Adeyinka Olaiya was only 88. Olaiya was only 92. I am 94. Praise God.
Hallelujah. About you are correct. 94. The Lord God will continue to be with you.
I was 68 when I told Ambassador I owe you only one bullet. When the ambassador of America was holding, we are holding a reception for him, and they came to my house in Sweden to invade us. They came there with armed policemen. That's us. You don't know what we are facing here. The brutality we are facing here now is worse than when we are under the colonial people. You see the tea party we are having here. Those of us who are talking, when we are talking, are the risk of our life.
Wow. There is somebody greeting you here. I say you are welcome, sir. We have known you for being the voice of the voiceless. More long life and best wishes, to you, Daddy. We thank Olodumare for keeping you alive till, for at least we are able to hear you alive, and we'll still hear you for more and more years in His mighty name. We are so proud of you. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, what advice would you give those of us in diaspora? Those of us in Brazil?
Send money home to those who are in the front. We don't have no money for organization. Many of our organizations, we have no means of transport. And that was our opponents are using against us. But we fight through. We fight through.
Okay. For those of us in diaspora to send money home for the organizations so that they can continue the struggle. Baba, we have here in Brazil too, Egbe Omo-Oduwa. I don't know if you've heard of it. We have it in Brazil. We have a branch here in Brazil, and we have a Pastor Kayode Aderemi as the president of Egbe Omo-Oduwa, which is the Yoruba group here in Brazil. Sir, please pray for them, because they've been doing well, and they send their greetings to you. They're happy with you. They also have the Nigerian community in Brazil here. They're all here with us, and they are greeting you. We have a lot of organizations in Brazil. We have the Nigerian Diaspora Organization. They are with us here too. They are greeting you. And a lot of state and the local government organizations in Brazil too. They are greeting you. We thank you very much for this interview. Thank you very much for this interview. We appreciate your presence. I actually don't know what to ask you again, because you've been able to eat you've been able to eat the how do you say it? I don't know you've been able to hit the point. But I just one thing I'm still not. Somebody's asking me, is repeating the question here. I wanted to say something about Showore. He said Showore has been an activist. Showore has been fighting. Showore has been saying that Buhari is not the answer. Showore has been struggling. That he wants to say something about Showore. Don't you think it's time for Showore?
To do
Don't
what?
you think it's time for Showore?
He should join the forces to bag of Buhari. Those who are against Buhari should not be split. That is why I don't need another organization. If you are divided, you never win. Why am I supporting Buhari? And I'm encouraging other organizations to back him up. I told you, Labour Party now is like Nadeko. All those who are saying they are not members of Labour Party. They are only backing the flag bearer of the oppressed. All the progressives should not be divided. I have spoken to Showore himself. You should not be a lone ranger. You should not be united against evil. It's because we are divided, people that are surviving. When you go that way, Showore that way, Obi that way, Afenifere that way, and then when we come again and they say it's very clear. No, it is lack of unity among the progressive.
Greetings for you. That's Afro Brazil Link Television. Saying, Baba, I love you to be the real man you are. You will live long. Baba will live longer. You know, Baba will live longer. A lot of questions are coming in here. Hello, I'm live. We're live with the program. Yeah. So there's another question here for you. They want to talk about the Yoruba self-determination struggle. If you are tired of it, and there's a question from Michael Chinaza Nwau. What do you think concerning the Sharia court in Nigeria?
My dear, you don't understand what Abu is. By the time we get this constitution change, all that will be solved. You don't solve the people. We are there with the ball. If you have we have the Sharia there. Those who are Yoruba, we have our customary court. No problem. You can't impose one on the other. That's all. That's the essence of federalism.
He said that, okay. Thank you very much. You've been able to, in fact, the only area we are yet to understand is, though you have said it, but before we go into details, we should use the rotational system first. You know, you are saying that what the questions are coming up, wanting you to talk more about the decision why you have decided to support Mr. Peter Obi, but you have said it clear here that it is a matter of character. How do you say the fundamental reasons, points? Three people decided to share food. The first person has eaten his own. The second has eaten his own. Let the third person eat his own too. Whether he will eat it well or eat it bad, let the person eat it. That's what Baba is saying here. That's what he's hammering. That's what he's insisting on. That's what he's saying. That if you want a peace in Nigeria, let the Eastern person also rule Nigeria. Baba, but there's a question I ask you here that somebody ask you about. What do you see to this issue of Lagos no get Lagos is nobody's land or whatever thereabout, you know? Anyway, this question is not even part of what we are doing here. I think it's a relevant question anyway. I think it's a relevant question. It doesn't do with what is happening here. That is a question of Baba, I think we should bring the program to an end because you've answered all our questions. You've answered all our questions. We have Egbe Modwa here. We have a lot of organizations here. They are all thanking you. They are all happy with your sincerity, with your mind. And we hope to see a better environment to live. We hope to go back home one of these days and see a better place to live. Baba is saying that the best way you can help is to send money home so that the struggle continues. Baba, but my question now is you're you are bold enough to say these things now. Are you not afraid of uh, any eventual maltreatment? I don't know. Nigeria we are, and political period like this, anything can happen. You've come out point blank and you've said your opinion to the international community. Are you not afraid of
Olaiya, Olaiya. When a 94-year-old man is afraid to die, is he going to inherit the world? I've been saying I was 62. I was a small young guy. I was very tired. How many years ago was that? We don't know. We don't know what the struggle is.
But Baba, you see, do you good? I agree with you. But if do you think this if we eventually because now we have a lot of Nigerians in exile. Let me put it that way. Many ran away for their lives because of for not to be or picked up or molested or manhandled in Nigeria for their struggles. Like we can see that even Professor Banji Akintoye
By the
lives in
time,
the.
by the time will be one, they will come back home.
You see, we can't hear you, sir.
I said by the time of peace in power, they will come back home. We will make the condition conducive. Even the professionals going abroad, they will come back home. Your children were abroad. They don't want to stay abroad. If the home is more conducive, security is better, they will then to come back home. That is why we are still fighting at 94. Because our children abroad, have relations abroad, who don't know come back home. But we must fight for this. Wherever you are, you can never become a Brazilian. You can never become an American. You can never become an English. That's why you are forming a member of the United States. You are saying, you don't have to make the home better. You want Obama to come here and fight for you.
Wow. So Baba, you are saying that if Obi becomes the president, Nigerians in exile, the professionals will go back home. Even the ones that run for their lives, they will be sure of security. They will go back home.
Back. It is because the atmosphere is not conducive. And they cannot stand the heat. As the 94-year-old man is standing.
Can't stand the heat. The heat a 94-year-old man is standing. But that's a challenge to us in diaspora. You are challenging us, sir. At what 94-year Baba is standing. A lot of us ran away from it. Baba, you are challenging us. That's a challenge to those of us in diaspora to look back home. Esho Baba, thank you very much for this challenge. And we will also live to the expectation. We will try and join the struggle. Though we are doing it our own way. We want a better place to live. Baba, do you think that if Obi comes in now as the president, Professor Banji Akintoye can go back to Nigeria? Chief Igboho can go back to Nigeria and stay? Our justice system can function properly? Our ASU will not be on strike for over 6 months? Our roads will get better? Our culture will be valued?
Olaiya, with the greatest respect and humility, I say you are insulting me. A 94-year-old, you doing all this? No, I get my point. Go my point. If this thing will not be done, what am I in the struggle for?
Wow.
It is the injustice that drove them away.
Hmm.
And when we have driven out because of injustice, they will be free. You don't know how many of the election and everybody that's abroad that are meeting the waves. America is London.
Wow.
Some of us that are even trained. You don't know.
Wow. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much for this program. We appreciate your presence. We it's interactive program. That's why at times I come into your talk to interact so that I can get more from you. And you've answered all our questions. And here we've seen a lot of prayers for you. You will live long. More grace to your elbow, more strength. Uh, we are very proud of you as our elder, as elder, not just Yoruba elder, as our elder in all, elder of the Igbos, elder of the Yorubas, the elder of Nigerians in diaspora, Nigerians at home, for your sincerity and your manner of approach, your way of life. You have the right to your opinion. You have the right to your candidate, just like I have the right to my opinion too. If I will support or I don't support Nigeria, if I will vote or I don't vote, I have the right to my opinion. You have the right to your opinion, and you have made your opinion known. That is what makes you Baba. That's what makes you our leader. That's what makes you the frontliner. Thank you very much for this opportunity, and we hope that when next we bring you to speak with us in Brazil, you will come again, sir. By the
I,
time you come again,
I, I, I am I am always available.
thank you very, very much, sir. We love you. Brazil love you. Adeyinka Olaiya love you. The program, thank you. This is not my own program. This program is the voice of Nigerians in Brazil. This is the program where we put our voices out. This program is not my program. It's a channel that speaks for Brazil. We thank you so much. We appreciate your presence, and we hope that one day we will all say, Olodumare ṣeun, there is peace again. There is peace again. Ẹ ṣeun sà. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá, mo kí yín o, mo dúpẹ́, mo ṣí fìlà mi o, bàbá, mo dúpẹ́ o, ẹ ṣeun o.
Ẹ̀yin náà pẹ́ o. Ẹ̀yin náà pẹ́ o.
Ẹ ṣeun o. I will
Thank
also
you.
thank
Thank you.
I'll also thank gbogbo all the Afenifere. I will use this opportunity to explain to your permanent your spokesperson, Mr. Ajayi. The other time, I made a publication of which he did not understand me properly. We are colleagues. He is my oga. I respect him a lot. The publication was not to disturb or to bring down his image as a leader. If my publication went against his opinion, I apologize publicly. I'm a writer, just like he is. I respect Afenifere. I respect Baba. I respect him. I respect everybody. I thank every one of you. Brazil, thank you. We appreciate everything you are doing. You have the right to your opinion, and your opinion is your opinion. Thank you very much, sir. Please pray for us and greet our people and pray for us as elder, so that we will be very sure that when next we call you, you will listen to us, sir.
Thank you very much.
Sir. Hello, sir. I want to pray for.
Come on.
Yeah, I want to just give a little bit of prayer, sir. Our more in Brazil, just give us, even if it's one. Yeah, so that the prayer for Babalagba.
Ẹ̀kọ́ délé o. Ẹ̀ní
Àmì o, àmì
mẹ́sàgì
o,
o.
àmì o.
ohun tẹ́ máa jẹ lẹ́wà lọ ẹ̀ nípàdé kan tó máa jẹ yín o.
Àmín o,
Àlàáfíà
àmín
dẹ̀
o,
tó yín.
àmín o,
Gbogbo ire tẹ́ gbàdúrà fún ilẹ̀ Yorùbá fún Nàìjíríà á ṣe ṣe lójú yín.
àmín o,
Ọlọ́run ní fi kùjẹ láyà. Gbogbo ọmọ
àmín
tẹ́
o,
kọ́ lọ lè máa jèrè ẹ̀. Á
àmín,
dẹ̀ ṣe é
àmín,
ṣe fún wa tẹ́ máa lè padà wálé.
àmín,
Torí ilé
àmín,
làbọ̀
àmín.
sí kó.
Ẹ ṣeun, àmín o. Thank you very, very much, sir. We greet you, ẹ ṣeun, sir. Ẹgbẹ́ ọmọ Oòduà kí yín, Nigeria community kí yín, NAIDO kí yín, gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ ní Brazil kí yín. We thank you so much and we pray that Olódùmarè will add more and more and more and more to your life. A ó bá yín ṣe 100, a ó bá yín ṣe 200 láṣẹ Èdùmàrè kẹ́ pẹ́ fún wa. Mo kí yín sá o. Ẹ ṣeun. Thank you very much. To those of you watching us, thank you. Baba will leave us now till other time. Baba, ẹ ṣeun sir. Ẹ ṣeun o. Yóò máa ju yín
Thank
ṣe
you very
màmí.
much.
Thank you very much. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for this opportunity. Ẹ ṣeun sir. Mo dúpẹ́ o. Ẹ ṣeun o. Thank you very much for those of you that are with us. I think we've heard Baba for quite a while. And we thank you. I thank you too for being with us. Baba is entitled to his own opinion, just like I'm entitled to my opinion, you know. So if you agree with Baba or you don't agree with your Baba, that is your own opinion, you know. So he's our elder. We respect him. Thank you very much for being with us. Continue with us till we bring the next person to interview here. This is the voice from Brazil, a voice for Brazil, the Nigerian, the Yoruba, the Igbo, the Hausa, whatever voice from Brazil. Thank you very much for this program. Continue with us. Please subscribe to the channel, Adeyinka Olaiya channel. Subscribing, you'll be helping the channel. Thank you very much. Olódùmarè will be with you. Yóò máa jú wa ṣe o. Ó dìgbà kan náà, ẹ ṣeun.